Hey guys, Osa here. Welcome back to my channel. I just wanted to come on and just kind of share the next set of things that I have been experiencing. Part of my background, I'm decluttering my house before my surgery. Yeah, I have quite a few things. I'm going to take the Salvation Army tomorrow. All right, speaking of tomorrow, I have my final test, which is going to be pre-surgical testing before you have your surgery. I'm definitely looking forward to just getting that over with. I cannot wait till next week. That is my surgery date, and I can, hopefully hear the good news that I am cancer-free. This has been a lot, guys. It's been a whirlwind, and from the time I got my cancer diagnosis to where we are today, like, it's been a lot. It's been a lot of doctor's appointments, a lot of running around, a lot of highs, a lot of lows, a lot of, days of where I can talk about it and other days where I can't. So sometimes today's actually a good day. I will say that I feel like I've really wrapped my mind around everything that's happening, and I finally have come to terms with all the things that's going on. So I'm trying to keep my stress low, although I have certain individuals that are in my life who love to make my life a little bit more challenging than it has to be. But my siblings have already spoke to me. My cousin has already spoke to me about just managing my stress and just holding off on some of the things that I'm currently experiencing. So let's put that on the back burner. So some of the things that I did last week, ton of doctor's appointments, and some were a little bit more challenging than others. So last week I had to do something that's called localization, where I'm going to go ahead and point to my boob, where it feels very much like the biopsy exam, where they squeeze your breast into a machine, and then they basically insert a wire indicating where the cancer is. And then that gives the surgeon, I guess, so that the surgeon knows where the cancer is and can operate around that. So that was a very painful exam. And it's one of those things, guys, where something is going to be really painful, but you also know the importance of everything being done right. So I was just kind of let me just do what I have to do, although I was in a lot of pain, and the nurses and the doctors were fantastic, talking me through everything, and just being there to hold my hand, being there to hold my shoulder, and just letting me know everything is going to be okay. So I made it through that. I think that was actually the first video that I decided that I was going to share with you guys, what's going on. And that took a lot for me, because I feel I felt like what I was going to do was just be off of YouTube for a while and then just pop back on like nothing happened. And I realized that's going to be a huge disservice to some of the other people who might be experiencing the same thing, and then they kind of feel like they're alone, So I made that video just to share with my YouTube family that yes, I do hair on this channel. I talk about silly things on this channel, but there's real life happening, and it was just a shock to even hear that I have breast cancer. And I remember when I first heard the news, I was saying, I don't remember who I was talking to, but I was like, I'm a good person. I do this, I did. And I had to stop myself, because there are kids literally sitting in St. Jude's Hospital with cancer. So this has nothing to do with being a good person. There are plenty of people who have cancer who are good people, But I think I was just feeling sorry for myself at the time. What the heck? I'm literally doing everything to support my family, to be there for my son, and I get blindsided with something like this. First it was my knee, blowing out my kneecap, and my patella tendon, being out for a year with that. So it's all of these things were happening, and every time you're out of work, that's you take a financial hit. So it just felt like, I was like, literally, this is the worst possible time that something could be happening, because I just felt like I started getting traction with my finances again since my injury. And then bam, I'm going to be out again, you know? So, so that was a lot, you know? So, and then I just felt like I was on this emotional, like, roller coaster of feeling like, is this happening? No, it's really not happening. Is it really happening? You know, so I know I'm smiling on camera, but internally I feel very confused and I feel very like, there are times I feel hurt. There are times I feel like, okay, I have my mind wrapped around the idea of me having breast cancer and getting through this, right? And then there's other times where I'm strong and I'm like, okay, it is what it is. Let's do what we got to do, you know? I remember when I was in the doctor's office and he was like, hey, you know, these are your options. You can do a lumpectomy. You'll have radiation after that, and you'll have to be on tamoxifen for 5 years, you know, after that. And the moment I heard like radiation and I heard the tamoxifen, which sends people into like menopause, I'm not even afraid about going into menopause. I welcome it. I have an IUD and I'm okay, right? The issue that I really had was around the radiation. I did not want to go through that. I was watching videos about it and I saw like it's like a painful process. It's a draining process. And then on top of that, you're taking all these other like hormone inhibitors to make sure that the cancer doesn't return. So what I learned was there are a whole bunch of different types of breast cancer. And the type of breast cancer that I have is ER/PR positive, which means it's estrogen positive and it's progesterone positive or something like that. So it's hormonal based, and it's one of the better ones to treat. Did I say that right? I don't want to say better because there's nothing good about cancer, but it's one of the ones that they have treatment for. So I was very grateful for that. But if you do the lumpectomy route, you have to have radiation and you have to be on that medication for 5 years. So for some people it's 5 to 10 years, but my doctor was saying because mine is so early, I would have to be on it for 5 years. So I was like, I don't think I want to go that route. And I discussed it with my sister and she's like, nope, we're going to be as aggressive as possible with this. As far as just go ahead and just opting for the, what is it called? Just opting for the mastectomy with reconstruction. So that's the route that I decided to go with. Scary as all hell, you know. So yes, so that's what I'll be doing. My surgery is actually next week. Like I said, you guys are going to be seeing these videos. I am going to be healing on the back end. And once I'm strong enough to come on and film again, then I will come on and film. But it's just, like I said before, it's just been a whirlwind. From the time I got diagnosed, it has been nonstop, like doctor's appointments. So, so what's next? I can't remember because it's my second time filming the video. My smoke detector went off on the first video, so I said, let me just film it again. So I don't know if I already shared. One of the doctor's appointments, I had to go and do something that's called localization. And a localization is a needle, like biopsy, where they put a wire indicating like where exactly your breast cancer is so that the surgeon knows where to operate and how to, I guess, maneuver and remove all the breast tissue. So, yes. So then after that localization procedure, which was very painful, I don't encourage anyone to look anything up on YouTube, but it's a bad habit that I have. Anytime I hear about a procedure that I'm going to have, I look it up on YouTube, and then I wish that I never looked it up on YouTube. So it is painful. It's quick. It's like, it feels like they're about to do a biopsy on you. But when they insert the wire into your breast, it is a quick pinch. They do what they have to do, and then they take you out of the machine. So the nurses, the doctors, they were phenomenal. They were very supportive and very kind to me while I was there. Held my hand and, rubbed my shoulders, let me know everything that was going to happen ahead of time. So that was nice. So yes, when that doctor's appointment was over, I wound up going to work, my second job. And then the next day I met with the plastic surgeon. And that's when we discussed like the type of breast implants that I want to have. So he was asking me about shape and size. And I explained to him that I don't want anything big. I'm someone who enjoys exercising. I'm hurt right now, but when I do finally get back onto my feet, I can walk, I can do steps and all that, and I can jog. I want to have a breast size that's going to be comfortable to do those things. So we decided, just a little backstory. I didn't put two and two together that over the past like year and a half, my breast size has dramatically changed. And I didn't realize like that was one of the signs of something's going on with your breast. So I went from a B to a D cup on both sides, on both breasts. And I was just like, oh, wow, like this is great. I look, I could look very full in my shirts and everything like that. I didn't think anything of it. And in fact, I just thought because I gained weight from my injury that I also gained weight in my breast. Anyway, so he was just saying, do you want to stay at your the D size, or do you want to go down, or do you want to go bigger? So I told him that I would like to go down. I would like to go back to a B. And I would like for, obviously, the breast to look natural as it can be. Because, again, I'm not going to have any breast tissue, which is going to be quite difficult to hide the implants because you don't have any breast tissue to hide that. So I said I wanted to look as modest as possible. I don't want it to scream that, hey, look at my breast implants. I have breast implants in. So we're going to go a very conservative and modest route so I can exercise and so that it looks natural. So I am excited about that. He did explain to me that I am going to have a couple of surgeries. So when they do the mastectomy, I'm not going to have any nipples. I know that sounds strange. So the first surgery is basically going to be removing the breast tissue and inserting the breast implants. Then I'm going to heal from that, right? So I'm going to have the mound, I'm going to have a shape, but I will not have nipples. Once that fully heals, they're going to schedule me. I don't even know how many months that's going to take, but they're going to schedule me at a later time to have, to do the reconstruction of my nipples. So he explained to me that I'm not going to have any feeling in my chest area once the reconstruction part is happening. So it is what it is. So after that, I kind of went home and I got onto YouTube and I was looking, and I got onto Instagram, TikTok, and just looking at different women who've had the procedure done. Some who decided to go bigger, some who decided to go smaller, and some who decided to go flat. And the flat women looked beautiful, obviously. And they kind of owned their flatness. They're just like, this is me, this is my body now. And I really respected that. So it had me questioning like, oh, do I want to go flat? But I just kind of feel like I'm really far in this process already. I already spoke to the surgeon. I just feel like I can't really go back now. So, but I did tell myself that, because there are some stories that I did come across where they got the reconstruction and they had complications, and then they had to have several operations to fix the issues. But I already told myself that I'm going to do the reconstruction. Hopefully everything goes smoothly and I will not have to have any corrective surgeries from there, right? If that's the case, where God forbid I have to have some corrective surgeries, that is when I'm going to speak up and just say, hey, I instead of me having 5 and 6 surgeries, I would just much rather just go flat. So I'm just keeping my fingers crossed that everything goes well, no complications, and I can just go about my merry way with new breasts, right? So yeah, so that's I have my mind made up about that. If I have to have 5 and 6 surgeries just to get whatever kind of look I want to have, I'm just gonna go flat. So at least I'm sure about that. What else? So tomorrow is another doctor's appointment. It's my last one. Thank you, Lord. It's my last one. And they're going to basically just do my pre-surgical testing, basically just to say, hey, I'm healthy enough to have surgery. And then the week after that, I'm going to have the bilateral mastectomy with my reconstruction. And then I'll start my healing process. So I hope to have a few videos for you guys as I heal through my journey. Obviously, that's going to be dependent on how much pain I'm going to be in. But I'll just kind of pop on and just say, hey, this is what's going on. And this is how I'm feeling. So, like I said, by the time you guys watch these videos, I'm going to be already in my recovery process. Yeah, I'm just hoping that everything goes smoothly and then I can, get back to work probably in about a month or so. But guys, I thank you. I love you. I appreciate you guys for watching. I appreciate the support. I know I'm going to have tons of love and support in the comment section. So thank you. If you are going through this, you are not alone. And I pray that you have peace around whatever diagnosis you have. And I pray that it is treatable. I pray that the type of cancer that you have is treatable and that you can live a long, healthy life. Yes. So that is where I am. That is where I am. If you told me when 2025 came in that I would be now making breast cancer videos, I would have said you're crazy. Like I just did not see this coming. Did not see it coming. So anyway, I'm gonna keep marching on. I'm gonna have a positive spirit. I'm gonna have positive vibes as I'm going forward. I am scared, but I know that I have faith and that everything happens for a reason, and I'm grateful that mine was caught early and that I have another chance at life. So I'm grateful. Very, very, very grateful. All right, I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video.